Like, I hear a lot of songs that have just the same loop, same chord progression as like the backbone the whole time, and
Yep.
it still sounds interesting and dynamic. And I'm trying to sort of figure out how to do that, how to replicate that. But at the same time, like we talked about earlier, just do it. Like your last podcast
Shout out
episode is
episode
just
1,
do it.
bruh.
Like, and that's like, I saw a TikTok lately. Actually, Ariel sent this to me right when I needed to hear it. But
Shout out
it said-
Ariel. We're just
Shout
shouting
out-
out everyone, dude.
yeah, but she sent it basically, this TikTok said it's about perfectionism. Basically, it's like let go of the need to do things well.
I think you sent that to me too, actually. It was
Yeah,
the guy on the
I'm like-
microphone, like looking away from the camera.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
It's
he's
like
like,
if
the
it-
moment you stop like holding on to the perfection, you start letting go of the things, like actually putting them out into the world, and they're
Yeah,
no
and-
longer a waste of your effort.
Exactly.
It's-
Like when I started out like making my own stuff, I thought, I was so convinced, or I thought for a long time that you had to like come up with your own chord progressions you've never heard before, and using chord voicings you've never heard before, and beats that you've never heard before, and stuff like that. And I got so concerned about originality and perfectionism that I never did anything. I never finished anything because I was always so caught up on that. Where as soon as I started to like embrace the fact that, oh, this guy can't own a 1 to 4 to 5 chord progression, or like no one owns the major scale. Like what? Like
Right? Not to cut you
no one-
off with this, but like also at the same time, starting there gives you the opportunity to force it out of that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like anyone who starts with that, like, oh, this is mine. You know what I mean? This is something I did. If it just switches to something they could have never thought of for the chorus, you know what I mean? Or does something
Yeah.
different. Now it's not anywhere near the same. It just has some similarities. It's like
Yep.
you either don't finish it because you're worried what not finishing it or what finishing it will get to, like it's going to be forced and be repetitive of something else. But if you actually don't quit on it and that's now your motivation, is not letting it sound that way, and now it's like it's way too different to be anywhere near that. You know what
Exactly. And it's like it's like music itself, the combinations are infinite. Like what, like the things you can do with the major scale plus rhythms plus all those options are infinite, but what is actually like what people actually enjoy listening to and what actually sounds subjectively good to the majority of people is limited as fuck. Like